rebound and went in.
Did you guys have a sense pretty early on that this might be a 1-0 game?
Well, they play a good game. They play North-South. They are very, very, very good in all three zones. And, it's going to be a grind until the end of the season. It will be a game like this, and whoever breaks first, he will lose.
Is that a frustrating game to play, or how do you, because it takes a lot of patience?
Everybody would like to, have a 5-0 game, but, especially at this time of the year, it's not going to happen. There will maybe once or twice like that until the season, but it's going to be a really tight race to the end.
So you're good in overtime?
I'm just trying to be good overall.
Two overtime winners, though.
Yeah, I guess it's my luck in the OT.
Cam Talbot.
To Anaheim and against Arizona. I mean, none of those teams really give up much in the neutral zone. And, I think it might have helped us a bit playing those two teams coming into the night because they really shut things down. So we've had to learn to chip pucks by, create offense in the O-zone. And I don't think tonight we gave as much off turnovers and paid off for us.
I asked you about Cam earlier today, and kind of another one of those nights where you can lean on him a little bit. Eh?
For sure, he when we needed him, he came up really big for us, and I think there was a few plays where we left him out to dry a little bit too much, but we had confidence in him to make those big saves, and he did that again tonight. And I think we did a little better job not giving him too many high-scoring opportunities, but at the same time, he played really well for us.
This wasn't a very fun game to watch, but it's the kind of game that you guys need to learn how to win, which is a good step forward.
Exactly. I think the last two games are kind of like that. I mean, it might not be super exciting games to play or watch, but in the end, that's the way you're going to win games in this league, especially in the West. I mean, a lot of teams are kind of going that tight check in neutral zone, so we got to find a way to break that down and just chip away.
What is it in overtime?
Of a rebound, the guys were there to kind of whack it away, so it was a great team effort tonight.
Sorry, did you have a sense early on that this might be a 1-0 game?
We knew coming into it that they're a tight checking team and there wasn't going to be a lot at the other end, and we knew that we had to check them as tightly as they were going to check us, so I think that we did a heck of a job tonight on their top players, and great defensive effort by us.
Your game has been maybe building some momentum. What does it mean to you to pitch a shutout and a win at home like that?
Yeah, obviously the win is the most important thing. Shutout's just a bonus, but I mean it means a lot to get another 2 points here tonight and to build some momentum in our own rink here again like we were before, and just how well the team's been playing in our own zone, I think, is a big confidence boost for everyone.
Is personal momentum like a thing for you? Is that obviously building as this thing goes on, or are you sort of an even keel where it's?
Try to keep an even keel. Try to stay. I guess you could say confidence is building a little bit, but consistency and everything like that with the team has been trending up here. So hopefully we can keep it going after a little bit of break here.
What were your thoughts going through 60 minutes and then some overtime there?
Well, a tight game, right? There wasn't a lot of chances either way. They got some chances in transition when we turned it over. I thought we had a hard time making plays as the game went along. I thought we started on time, but from that point on, I thought we struggled with execution.
Every point counts at this point, so how valuable was at least coming away from this one with a point?
Well, you got to get points, right? You got to grind out points. You got to find a way. So, when it gets down to the final 10 minutes in a tie game, you got to make sure you get one. And you're obviously trying to get the second point, but it didn't happen tonight.
Where would you like your team to go from here as far as approaching this next road game and then a tough
Well, we got to
match
find a way to score, right? We got one in our last, 2 games. So I'm going to take the positive out of it. We haven't given up a 5-on-5 goal in 120 minutes. So that part of it's pretty solid. Now we got to find a way to score again. So we got to get a little hungrier. Didn't get on the power play till the third, but I didn't think there was anything to call. We didn't attack the net with any vigor. So there's things that we can correct to help ourselves.
How do you improve upon that net front presence? And
No, there are lots of net front presence. We got to just make sure we shoot the puck. There's no sense going to the net if you're not going to put the puck to the net. So we turned down opportunities to shoot. We didn't have enough wide speed. So there's other things we got to worry about prior to net front presence.
Cam Ward's obviously kicking himself, I guess, about that rebound at the end. But other than that, what do you think of his game tonight?
Oh, real good. I thought Wardle was excellent. I think we had a little defensive breakdown the way I look at it, right? Shot, rebound, same guy who shot it followed his original shot and scored on the rebound. So I don't think that's exactly how you play that.
How is Noah Hannafin fitting in?
He's got a chance to be a star. Simple as that. Noah Hannafin had a 2-on-1 in overtime. Noah Hannafin skated, I don't know what he did exactly, but he ended up with 2 shots in overtime. Very, very impressive young man, very mature young man. No different than Jacob Slavin, no different than Brett Pesce. The more we give them, the better they are. So we'll continue to build around those guys. I talked about earlier, we haven't given up a 5-on-5 goal in 2 games against, I think, 2 good teams in Nashville and Edmonton. So our back end is the least of our concern with all those young guys back there. We've got to find a way to generate offense.
obviously a hard fought game and a tough loss. What's your evaluation of the 60 minutes played?
Well, we played hard. I think there were some things in our game that were a little uncharacteristic with some of the turnovers that created some of their transition. I think if we clean some of that up, there's not a lot to fault. We had some real good looks, a lot of zone time. When we were smart with our decision making, we were in their end, playing with the puck and creating chances and opportunities. When we did things like turn over, top of the circles, hash marks, they got chances the other way, and that's not part of our game. We got to clean that up and be better in van.
How tough was this one, given the travel and the long days in preparation for it?
Yeah, no excuses as far as travel and how we're feeling. I mean, I thought we were there as far as legs go. We had a good skate this morning and shook it out, and we're ready to go. And I think there's just a few areas in our game that normally we're a little better, and we weren't. I don't think they got our best game, but got a point, and we gotta take that and come out with a big effort against Vancouver.
And you said still came away the point, so what's the mindset heading into Vancouver?
Get 2. We got to continue to try and pick up points, and this is a big stretch for our team, and a good chunk of hockey games that we want to get points and get wins. It's tough to let this one go right now. You wanted to get 2 here, but it's over now, and we got to focus on trying to get 2 against Vancouver.
I'd like to think so, but I think it's a sign of maturity when you're able to do it repetitively, one game after another when you need it. And tonight was a start. We checked well. Probably wasn't the most enjoyable game to watch, but it was a chess match. It was tight checking both ways. There weren't many opportunities, so we're going to have games like that. Not a lot different than the Anaheim game the other night, but we just didn't get the one goal.
What makes you think good in overtime? Really good.
Well, we do have some skill. We have some guys with the ability, when they're given space, to really hold on to the puck. They're creative. Once you take a couple players off the ice, I don't think size and strength is near as important as finesse and sense and spatial awareness and hand skills. And some of our smaller players that have that talent, they really shine in that situation.
A lot of missed passes tonight, Todd. Was that because they're a good checking team, or was your pass?
Probably a little bit of both, but again, they don't get enough credit. If that's the New York Rangers or the Boston Bruins, we're raving about how well they play. They're a good team. They play positionally well. They've got a great system. Their D are mobile. They can skate. that team gives up the fewest number of shots in the National Hockey League. So that's pretty damn good. And they just don't get enough credit. And, you know, I may sound like an agent for the Carolina Hurricanes, but I know the job that Billy Peters does over there, and they just don't get enough credit. And people wonder why you're not coming through them like whatever through a goose, but it doesn't work that way.
What's your goose? Andre Sekera seems to be, obviously when a guy comes to the league, it takes him a while to kind of fit in. He seems to be fitting in, and he seems to be a real stabilizing force for you today.
He is really starting to perform the way we thought he would. Takes a little while to adjust to two things. One, going from east to west, new team. Sometimes when a free agent joins a new club, he's joining a mature coaching staff and a mature team, and he just slides in. He had to learn, like the rest of us, how to act around each other and how to behave and how we were going to play. So it takes a little while, but he's been very good.
Playing with a bunch of kids like he is, I guess, what kind of a mentorship role is he playing?
Real important one. Providing leadership and stability there. He's a very competitive guy. Wears his heart on his sleeve, so it's good for players to see that. But he can also calm things down and make smart plays. So he shows it both ways. And it's nice to have that in a leader.
What were you thinking when they hit the late bar?
Well, you can imagine what I was thinking. You know, we had our two. We had a couple looks, not enough. And they get theirs at that time of the game. Not sure it's a penalty we needed to take. We probably could have retreated and killed the play anyhow, but penalty killers did a good job. They really did. We got a couple important block shots, and you know, we're aware that Justin Falk does most of their scoring, so we tried to take them away.
Halfway through the season, can you discuss where you've been and where you're going?
Well, where we'd like to go and where we're going, I hope is the same thing, because we need to continue to improve. We need to understand game situations better. We need to understand that checking is a way to win as well as scoring. We need to improve on the road. We need to get our special teams up. We need to get healthy. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. But I think we spent the first half of the season finding out a lot about each other. New coaching staff, new players, what are our strengths and weaknesses. We've built a morale around the team that we're not going to fold our hand near as quick. We've tried to put some structure in place. You know, so we've done some things, but we've got a lot more on our to-do list for the next half.
When it comes to your young defensemen, it's guys like Darnell Nurse, and I thought Darnell played a great game today. They weren't even part of the team at the beginning of the year, and now they're just a huge core.
It's amazing the evolution of the group. Spoke to the season ticket holders yesterday, and we talked about having Darnell and Davey on the ice, 5 minutes left in a 1-0 game, killing a penalty. You know, that's not a lot of experience, but that's part of growing as a team, and we trust those individuals. They've been able to take advantage of other players' health issues. You know, Oscar's been out forever now, it seems like, and others have come in and taken advantage of it. So it's been a good opportunity and well seized by some of those younger players.
Now that you've had half a year, Todd, to get to know these guys, has there been something you didn't know this group had, and then conversely, is there some things you hope the group had that just haven't arisen yet?
The will to improve. I wasn't sure if that was in the locker room. You don't know the group, but the will to show up, teacher in classroom. The teachers are always asked, what's your classroom like? And it's one of two answers. Geez, I got a really good classroom, or I've got not so good. You know, this group of kids isn't real good. We have a good classroom. And I found that out over the first half. They're prepared to come every day and work and learn. Are they always successful? Do we always pass our exams? No. But they do show up, and they want to learn, and they want to improve. So that's on the positive side. I didn't know that. You know, as we go along, we're finding out more about individuals, what makes them tick, what gets them frustrated, who plays well with each other, strengths and weaknesses at given moments in the game, goaltenders, how they react to certain situations. So a lot left to do. Good night.
personally, playing significant minutes against top players. What was your assessment of this one?
I think we battled pretty well tonight. I think we had our chances, and so did they. But I think overall we battled for the most part. I thought our third period was the best. That's where we got the most chances, but we just had to bear down on the ones we got.
What did that overtime come down to from your perspective?
I think we had a couple chances, and I think if we would have buried those, I thought it would have been our win. But they got a lucky break there, and I thought Wardo played a great game though too. So.
Still coming away with a point in an overtime loss. What would you like to do better against Vancouver as far as the team standpoint goes?
I think from a team standpoint, obviously just getting pucks in the net. You can't win a game when you don't score any goals. So I think that's what we got to work on, and just continue to play the way we're playing. We're playing good hockey. We just got to bury our chances.